Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing on this fine Monday morning? Sitting to my left, the one, the only, a good friend of mine from way back when, Adam Fallone.
Hello. Thanks for having me today.
Oh, it is my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I've been trying to get you here for 2 years now.
I've been looking forward to this, yeah.
Now, just sit a little bit closer to the mic, you know.
All right.
Yeah, there you go. Nice and easy today.
Gotcha.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing all right, yeah. Hanging in there.
What are you up to?
What am I up to? Yeah. Well, going back to school on tomorrow night, I guess I'm coming back. So I'm not looking forward to that.
Tell us
I'm on
about
fall
yourself.
break right now.
Tell us about your stuff. What school do you go to?
I go to Widener University.
How is that?
It's in Chester, Pennsylvania.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
The neighborhood's not great. You got shootings every now and then that you got to worry about. 7-Eleven gets robbed every month. But it is what it is. Campus is safe.
That's good.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
It is good.
What about your major, though? Like, what do you major in?
I'm a civil engineer.
That's fun.
Yeah. How's
that going for you?
Depends on the class, really. Some of the classes are going well. Some of them not so much.
What would you say your average GPA is?
Well, right now my GPA is like a 2.6.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, for an engineer, the average is like 2.7.
That's
so
pretty
I'm
good.
hanging in
You're
there.
just below average.
Yeah.
Just
below. That's what you got to aim for.
Now, I've always asked you, though, like, why not transfer to Rutgers? Why is it?
I thought about it, but D's don't transfer.
Don't transfer. So C's get degrees and B's get jobs.
Right.
And A's try too hard.
Of course.
So I don't think there's
That's why I don't get A's.
I get like 1 A a semester.
Yeah.
So I usually get more than
Yeah,
one.
I try for 1 a semester. So. Sometimes it doesn't happen.
Nah,
Usually the elective.
Last semester, I ended up getting like 3. So I was like, oh, man, I tried way too hard last semester. So, it was good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
What else you got though? What else are you up to?
What else am I up to?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to get an internship for next summer because got to get that. Nobody's going to hire you unless you have experience these days.
That is very true.
So we'll see how that goes. Haven't heard back. So
really,
yeah,
no, that's kind of
so
terrible.
Just a waiting game for now.
That's pretty good. What else? Come on,
what else?
Come on, tell me a story. Spin me a yarn.
Spin you a yarn.
Yeah.
What do I got?
How's your living situation? Where are you living at Widener?
I'm living in on campus in a dorm.
I would hope so.
But, it's got a kitchen. It's got a common area. Got 3 other roommates. It's a good place.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, how's your roommate though?
They're fine.
Any issues or anything?
No, it's been good so far.
Is he listening in?
I don't believe so.
Oh, that's a shame. What was his name? Edwin?
Edwin Tucci is
that's
his name.
Weird.
Yeah.
I remember you told me his name is Ed, and I'm like, Edward? Like, nah,
Edwin.
Edwin. And I'm like,
There's a story behind that, but I'm not entirely sure what the story is.
What do you mean? There's a story behind his name?
Why his name is Edwin and not Edward. I think something about his father or something might have been his middle name or something like that.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So, but for those of you who don't know, Adam and I have been friends since, middle school, right?
Middle school,
Sixth
yeah.
grade?
Sixth grade is when
we
I
had a
met you.
really weird start to our friendship.
The first time we ever hung out, that was something else.
What we did? Would you like to tell the story?
Well, he came over to my house, and I had a trampoline. And so he was like, "You want to play this game? Do you remember what you called the game?"
I don't remember. It was some weird dinosaur.
It was
versus...
definitely dinosaur related. Where he was inside the trampoline. It was one of those netted trampolines, and I had to keep him in with
these are imaginary darts or
imaginary
something.
darts, and so I had to shoot at him, and he was trying to escape. Really weird, but
you see, back when I was young, I didn't really know how to socialize with people, and I guess meeting new friends wasn't great and everything. So. It was the fact that you stuck around, though, I think is pretty good. But I think
after that first impression, it's wow.
I'm a lot better at socializing now. And I kind of have to be with it being a communication major. So
yeah, that's the whole point of it, right?
I hate when people. A big thing here we go. First segment of the day. All right, I call raging waters. All right, something you're just really angry about. I don't have a sound bite yet because I can't find a good sound bite. So usually I just kind of announce my little things. But raging waters, something that grinds my gears, Adam, is people always, you mess up words, we're humans. As a communication major, people are like, well, look at the communication major over here. There's this one kid I play with on Xbox all the time. I hate him. I hate him so much. I don't know why. I never invite him. My one friend doesn't invite him. It's our other guy. He won't even tell us he's inviting the guy to the party or to the game. He just does it, and we're like, oh. We just roll our eyes, bang our heads. This one time, me and the one kid I'm very close with. Remember Don Paul? I've told you
Of
about
course,
Don
Don
Paul.
Paul. I've heard a lot about him.
He's a friend. Lives in Arkansas, I believe. Arkansas. Sure. One of those. He's in the South. That's the point. We just left the party, went offline, and then we played together offline. So that was fun. Long story short, communication terrible. What about you? What's something that's grinding your gears though?
That's grinding my
like
gears.
recently though.
Well, recently, I'm not sure what grinds my gears recently. I think something in general that I don't like when people. My roommate does it sometimes too. I don't want to call him out, but he's not listening.
Oh, we're calling out.
It doesn't matter.
So
when you don't hold the door for people.
Oh,
all right. Sometimes he does it. Sometimes he doesn't, and it's like, just do it all the time. Like look behind you, see if anybody's coming. And if there's nobody coming, then keep walking. If there's somebody there, hold it for them, right? And
all the time.
And then if you're holding the door for somebody, that person should say thank you, right?
Now you're a very strong believer against the death penalty,
of course.
So however, there are a few exceptions. And one of them is not holding the door for someone.
That is true. Yeah.
So I agree with you on that.
There are very few exceptions, but that is one of them.
What was another one? One of them.
Another.
I said not saying bless you when someone sneezes.
Yeah,
so
that one too.
That's just
littering.
Oh, that's terrible.
Not recycling. If you don't recycle, what are you even doing in this world? Come on.
You got to recycle.
It's 2019.
Yeah. I have a stack of boxes back in my apartment. You saw them.
Yeah.
So
you got to recycle. I don't even think my school recycles.
Rutgers, I'm pretty sure we recycle.
They have recycling bins, but people just mix them all up, and I think they just throw it all in the same bin because they're like, I'm not going to try and sort this.
The problem is though, especially with recycling, a lot of people don't realize it can't be in a garbage bag, and a lot of people put them in garbage bags.
Yeah.
So because what am I going to do? Just dump all my moist bottles in my empty recycling can? No, it's going to smell. So
another thing is that people don't really know what they can and can't recycle sometimes. So, which is interesting. Back in high school, in my entrepreneurship class, we had to come up with an idea, like a Shark Tank idea.
Yeah.
And my idea was a garbage can that sorts the recycling and garbage when you put it in. It just does it for you.
Really?
So one side, you just put it in. One side goes to recycling, one side goes to garbage. I don't know how that would work, but it was my idea. And people were like, oh, that's actually not a bad idea.
Here at Rutgers, we have this weird... I'll show them to you when we leave the thing. It's like a multi-trash can. It's single stream recycling, and then immediately next to it is a garbage thing. Right. It's like a solar compactor.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. So
that's good.
I don't know if they work, but probably
hopefully
not.
they do. But
I hope so. So it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you yourself, you're a very political person.
Yeah, I'd say so.
What side do you lean normally?
I am a Democrat.
I mean, I know, but I'm just...
Yes. I know you know.
I know.
You know where I stand.
Oh, boy, I know. So you must be pretty excited for this election coming up. Who's your...
Bernie 2020 right here.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I remember you saying a while ago after the 2016 election, if Bernie were to run again, you wouldn't think that'd be a good idea.
I did say that. I said after that, if Bernie came to my door and was like, hey, should I run in 2020? I'd probably tell him, sit this one out. But since he's running, I kind of have no choice but to vote for him because he's the best candidate.
Interesting. Why do you think he's the best candidate?
I mean, I think if you look at his values, he's been consistent his entire life. You got back 40 years, he's been fighting for the same things. But you got all these other candidates, they change their minds every week. It's like, hey, now I'm on this side. It's like,
I don't
Bernie
know.
has been fighting
Warren's
for the
not that bad, though.
She's not that bad. Well, she did used to be a Republican.
She did?
In the 90s, yeah. Then she changed. But, I mean, that's not really a big deal. She has been fighting for the things she's been fighting for a while. But Bernie is just overall the most consistent candidate in the race.
Who's the one... Oh, man, she's the author. Is she still in
Marianne Williamson.
Is she still in this?
She is still in the race for some reason. I don't know what she's doing over there. She hasn't made the debates. She's kind of just doing her own thing, I guess.
She hasn't made the debates?
No. Which is a shame because she was the most entertaining person up there.
Easily so. We're going to defeat Trump with the power of love.
I mean, she's not a good candidate, but good person, I think. She was...
So you're not I assume you're not a fan of Mr. Biden,
No, I think
Joe Schmo over here.
If Biden's the nominee, I think Trump gets a second term.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think all of the problems that Hillary had in 2016, Biden is just kind of right there with him.
I think people are just kind of... But people know Biden, though. He is a massive adult... I don't want to say elderly vote, but it's the elderly.
He does have.
Yes.
You look at the polls; he has the elderly vote.
Yeah.
But the thing you got to hope for is the young people come and vote because they are not going for Biden. I'll tell you that.
The problem is though, people don't vote. You know,
That is the problem.
What is the solution to this?
You got to get people to vote. I
Yeah,
mean,
but, like,
you got to
what-
give
how,
them
though?
Well, you got to give them a reason to vote. I mean, connect with them somehow. I mean, I think you look at candidates like Bernie. Why is he doing so well with the young people? Is because he's talking about the issues that they care about. Canceling student debt. I mean, that's something that the young people care about. Climate change. That's something that's going to affect them. So they care about that. Joe Biden, I mean, he's not strong on those issues, so the young voters aren't resonating with it.
Yeah, that's I don't know where this election is going to go. I personally think we're going to get 4 more years of Trump regardless.
Well,
so
it's possible. I think it depends on the nominee.
it really does.
I think-
I like Warren. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think she's a terrible candidate.
Yeah,
you know?
she's a good
I
candidate.
think Bernie. I get my flaws with Bernie, but you know, he's a good
Yeah.
bloke. He's a good chap. You know,
Right.
you know, I'd support him if necessary.
Of course.
But I don't see either of them beating Trump.
I think that they have a better chance than Biden does.
I think
that-
Biden would win on name recognition alone, though. That's the thing is
Well,
people know who Biden is
at this point, I
and
think-
people liked Obama. You know,
Well, that's the
people.
problem. When Hillary ran in 2016, she ran on, "Hey, I'm basically a third term of Obama. We're gonna keep doing what we've been doing."
people hate Obama.
That didn't work out because people wanted change. That's why they voted for Trump. They wanted change, and now Biden's kind of saying, "We're gonna go back to the way it was when Obama was president." But people want more to go forward. So that's why changed candidates like Warren and Bernie are getting so much enthusiasm behind their campaigns.
A lot of people like a lot of people don't like change though, and I think that's the issue is people are so set in their
Well-
ways that they can't see the bigger picture.
I think there's enough people that want change to overdo the people that don't want it.
I found this really funny is you sent something in our group chat, which by the way, for the last oh boy, how long has that
This
group
has
chat
been,
been?
like-
That's been since like
From like sophomore year or
sophomore
junior
year
or something like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, it's been we have always had it called a hashtag. It's always been a hashtag something.
What was the original?
Lame Luke.
Yeah, lame Luke. That's right.
Hashtag lame Luke because
Yeah.
we got a friend Luke who's lame.
Of course.
So it's changed many times over the years. Oh, like I'd say it changes like at least once a month.
Yeah,
So it used to change more, but nowadays it kind of stagnates. But at the end of the day, it'll always be lame Luke.
Of course.
I completely forgot my point, so it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter. That's what we do here. You know, what are you up to?
Yeah.
You know, anything else?
You were making a point, something in the group chat that I sent. Well, what did I send?
Oh yeah. It was like Cortez and like 2 other these Democratic.
Ocasio-Cortez and Ilhan Omar.
Yeah, they're saying we support Bernie.
They,
I'm like,
they endorsed Bernie.
I was
yeah.
like, were they not before?
They were not. No.
I just kind of assumed because they were like, you know,
Right,
they literally all they know each other.
They're
you know,
the same policies.
They're the same people. So
They respect each other. But Ocasio-Cortez said she was going to. A few months ago, she said she was going to wait until she endorses somebody later on, closer to the primaries. I guess now was the right time. Actually, funny story is that she actually called Bernie when he was in the hospital after he had the heart attack and said, "I'm going to endorse you." So that's when he found out. So that was really touching, I think.
a lot of people have a problem with Cortez, and I don't see why. I'm not a fan of the Green New Deal. I get why. I get why a lot of people like. I love your face right now.
Why?
Just the way you kind of like did it. I see. I don't know enough about it. You know, that's my problem though.
Right.
If someone sat me down and explained everything about it, I would probably make a
That's
more
the thing.
educated
People,
decision.
They hear it and they just think that this is some crazy idea, but you have to actually read what it's about. They're like, and then they.
So maybe I don't mean to say is I'm not a fan of it. It's
Right.
me saying is I don't know enough about
Yeah.
it to make an educated decision.
And then
so.
they listen to the right wing talking points of saying that it's going to like ban air travel or like ban meat,
ban the cows.
ban the cows. Yeah, but that's not
But
true.
I like
it doesn't even say that at
I
all.
like my
so.
burgers. I like the burgers.
You could have your burgers. I mean,
Really?
you should eat them less because carbon footprint goes. The cows produce a lot of methane.
But like,
which is a
what if we
greenhouse
just
gas.
like
But,
plug them up though?
I mean,
Have you ever thought about that?
I haven't thought about that.
That's my play. You know,
Scientists got to get on that.
If we plug up, we don't even need scientists. Just take an oversized cork, right in the, just plug it up. You know.
Well, you give
then
it
we
a
just need to
shot.
then we just need to like be really quick with what we do with them.
Right.
So that'll speed up production. Maybe we'll invent some new type of meat doing that.
Maybe.
some type of never spoil meat.
Yeah.
So that'd be something. So,
Or you could just have you tried the meat that's not meat? It's like the the Beyond Meat, the
you know what
veggie
I
stuff.
hate about that?
What?
Is it tastes the exact same,
Yeah,
but it's not. And it's
but it's not. So like,
I remember
why not try it?
and I've tried them before, and it makes me angry that I can't tell the difference. Like I eat it and I'm like, not only is this healthier for me,
Yeah.
but it's leaving less of a carbon footprint. But I'm like, I remember over the summer, you know Jack Deal.
Who doesn't know Jack Deal?
Everybody at this station knows Jack Deal. Of
course.
the glorious man that is Jack Deal.
Who says he has a class right now? But,
Yeah, if he is supposed to be calling in, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully after the break, he better be calling in.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't,
consequences are happening.
So yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. What was I saying? Jack Deal. Over the summer, his family said, "Hey, they always ask me if I want to have dinner because I always spend time at his house.
Right.
That's the place. That's
That's the hangout place.
That's the meatball zone.
It's a good place.
So, we got to think of a name for that. I like meatball zone. So,
Yeah,
but
that could work.
we'll talk about it. You know? We'll focus group that.
We'll see.
We'll focus group that. But and what they said is, and I asked, well, what are you having? Because most of the time I eat dinner beforehand, or I'll bring Wendy's or something there.
Right.
This time I didn't. I was like, you know what? I think I'll actually eat with you guys for once. What are you having? And they said, we're having vegan nuggets and fries. And I'm like, you had me at nuggets. So had them. Really good. They crisped up really well, too. And I was surprised about that. I didn't expect them to get that crispy. So couldn't tell the difference. Well, I could tell the difference, but I couldn't tell. But the only reason I could tell the difference because the texture was different.
Right.
So,
But the taste is pretty
like if it was both Tyson, like I think this was Purdue or something,
Right.
and I usually have Tyson nuggets. So the taste was basically the same
Yeah.
thing. So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next up, I think it's a good segue though into next segment I call Up the Stream. No, Down the Rapids.
Down the Rapids.
I always mix these two up because it's confusing. So I'm going to call it Up the Stream. It's
Okay.
what you've been doing.
What I've been doing.
Like something exciting that you've done recently.
Something exciting
So,
that I've done.
Well, I know something.
Yeah?
Is you're famous now.
Apparently I'm famous now because last week I have a TikTok account. I don't know. You don't have one, right?
I do not have a
No,
TikTok.
but I made one.
And I'm jealous.
And
now.
I was like, when I first downloaded this app, I was like, because I originally thought this was the stupidest app ever. I was like, I'm never going to download this thing. But then I downloaded it. And I was like, okay, I'll just watch some
But
videos.
why did you download it?
Okay, well, I had a friend who, she was like, if you download this app, I get a prize. So I was like, I guess I'll help you out. I'll just download it and then delete it right after. But I didn't delete it right after. I started to watch some of the videos. And I was like, this is actually kind of entertaining. So I kept like playing along with it. And then I never thought I was even going to post a video or anything. But then I started to post videos. And I posted one last week, which you were in.
I was in.
We were in Bayhead.
We were in, yeah.
And
we live in Point Pleasant, so
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, the neighboring town next to us, Bayhead, is pretty much shot. So we live right on the ocean, so it always floods. It was never fixed after Sandy. The sewer system is just deplorable. So often it floods. And last week, there was a major storm off the coast of the Atlantic, which, had this would you call it a storm surge? I wouldn't call it that.
Well, it was
a
coastal
surge.
flooding, I guess
Coastal
you could call it,
flooding.
yeah.
There we go. And basically, down this one road called Lake Ave, ironically, it goes in between the ocean is on one side and a lake is on the. Well, is it a lake?
It's kind of a river.
It's like canal system. So
yeah, it's like
well, what is it? It's the Manasquan River.
it feeds into the Barnegat River.
That is true. Yeah.
But-
Long story short, the whole road was flooded all the way
Yeah.
down. So, and please continue.
So I posted. So
we went walking.
yeah,
down.
we went walking through it, and I posted a video of us like showing that this is called Lake Avenue, and it's flooded. So like the street was perfectly named by what it looked like. So I posted that on TikTok, and I was like, if this gets even like 100 likes, that'll be pretty cool. And then like, it's like at night now, and it's racking up the likes. It's up like 1,000 already. I'm like, wow, this is getting pretty wild. So then, like the next morning, I wake up, it's up to like 10,000, and I text Tommy, and I'm like, yeah, I posted a TikTok video last night, and guess how many likes it has? 10,000, and I don't know what your reaction
I
was.
lost my mind. I was like, what? I was jealous. I was like, that was such an easy thing. Such an easy promotion.
Yeah, so the entire week it's just been racking up likes, and that one's up to like 95,000 likes.
That is
over
amazing.
500,000 people have viewed it, and suddenly I have 4,000 followers. Like from one video, like they want more for some reason.
Well, now you got to give them more.
I got to give them more.
You didn't promote them on this show though,
No,
so
I
thanks a
didn't.
lot for that.
I figured
So.
the demographics are not this show.
We'll have you on again. So
Of course,
we'll
yeah.
have you on.
Once I get even more famous.
Yeah, so.
Because only 4,000 followers. It's once I get to like 100,000, then we're talking.
Only $4,000. That's not so bad. That's exciting. I got an exam today, so that's pretty much. And I've been taking exams all week. So
You'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
You know this.
Oh,
This
I
is
know
what,
this.
psych?
Psych. Today I got
yeah.
psych. So, but yeah. Another big thing, though. Another segment I like to talk about is down the rapids.
Yeah.
What you got coming up?
What do I got coming up?
Anything exciting?
Well, picking my classes for next semester in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, me too. So,
They do it very early. Like, what if I don't pass the ones this semester? Then what happens?
well, that's I would hope that you would pass it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I've never failed a class technically.
what do you mean technically?
I had to drop a class. Chem 2 is a class that I had to drop back in like freshman year, I believe it was, because I wasn't doing well. And I was like, at this point, there's no way I can get better than a D, so I might as well just retake it to get a better grade.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Good for you.
Yeah.
A lot of people are terrified with that thought of like, oh, I'm not going to pass the class. These are hard classes we take here,
Exactly.
especially in a science major like yourselves with civil engineering.
Definitely a lot of hard classes.
So-
This semester I got some hard classes too, like
But you're
structural analysis. Do you think you can handle structural analysis?
Well, let's think. I assume you analyze structures.
yeah, that's basically what you do.
Well, I mean, I think I just got the A. So
There
no,
you go.
you've been doing better this semester though. Anyway,
Yeah,
you haven't
I
been.
have.
Let me preface it. You haven't been complaining as much. So,
That's true.
So either
That's true.
So we had took that as you're doing better. So
Well, I think I don't know. I'm doing better in some respects. In the structural analysis, I did fail the first exam, but everybody did pretty bad. So he was like, I'm going to let you guys redo one of the problems, and then you can get the points back. So I got up to about like a 65, I believe.
in my math class, my pre-calc class, we before the exam, the class before the exam, she was like, "All right, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to get extra credit, And she was like, "I'm going to give you a pop quiz, And she was really leaning into the fact that you must show all your work to get the right answer, all right? And I thought it was a gimmick, like it would have been like draw a duck or something, I don't know, just to give us those 2 points. No, it was an actual pop quiz.
Ah.
I didn't get the 2 points because I completely forgot. It was like something from like chapter 1.
Right.
I was like, I haven't started studying yet, so I'm like, oh well, I know it. I think it's this answer, but I didn't show my. It was like a multiple choice question. Didn't show my work, so it was like, oh well. I know I got the answer right, but
But no work, so.
no work. Hey, still passed. Still passed the exam.
That's
though.
all that matters,
That's
right?
all that matters.
Right.
We're gonna take a quick break now. I know if
Sounds
you
good.
if you want to, you
Sure.
good?
Yeah,
All
let's-
right,
let's do it.
I'm gonna play one of my favorite bands' songs, even though you apparently have a thing against them for some reason.
I like
so.
this band. It's
Not enough to come see them with me, though. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay tuned for more What Are You Doing? Coming up next. In the meantime, please enjoy 1985 by Bowling for Soup. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. We are now back to What Are You Doing? With, of course, I got the indomitable Adam Fallone with me. So, for those of you who don't, I think I've told this story before. Bowling for Soup. Now, Adam drags me to Warped Tour.
You willingly showed.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do it, so.
Yes, you did. The first year you didn't want to do it, but then after that you're like, this was fun. I'm going to do it again.
We go to Warped Tour we used to go to Warped Tour every year.
Sad to say.
It is no longer in circulation, needless to say, so. But, and it was fun. I didn't like the music there. Well, I like
some of it.
I like some of the bands, Then Adam tells me about this band Bowling for Soup. And I'm like, well, what do they sing? Like, you know Stacy's Mom? And I said, yeah. Well, they didn't sing that. So that's a gimmick they do, is because they sound exactly like the band who sings Stacy's Mom.
And they cover it live, too.
And they cover it live all the time. They sang the song you just heard. But the big thing that a lot of people know them for is, of course, the Phineas and Ferb theme song. So I asked Adam the first time we saw him, will they play the Phineas and Ferb theme song? And Adam said, no, they won't. So it's me and him standing there. I'm not in the pit. I'm still little young Tommy. I figured, you know what? I don't need to do any of this. It's fine. Then they say, all right, we had this little ditty back on Disney Channel, sing along if you know it. And they start singing the Phineas and Ferb theme song. So Adam and I, we've separated at this point. I start crawling over people to try to get to the pit. I get there, kind of hurt. Was my first mosh pit. Adam doesn't believe that I did it. But he now has seen me.
Well, now I've seen him do it.
You've seen me do it.
I believe it.
Yeah. No, although the last Warped Tour, they were there. And I asked Adam, and please come see this one band with me. And he said, sure, unless this one other band plays at that exact time. And it turns out that band played at the same time. Now,
would you believe that?
This is not a band Adam has never seen before. No, he has seen them 7 times before this.
That's true.
So there was no reason why he couldn't come to the one band I asked him to come see. So there was no reason.
Now, the reason is I haven't seen this band in years, all right?
Yeah.
Even though I've seen them 7 times, it was still a couple of years.
Uh-huh.
And it was just, this was the last Warped Tour. Wanted to make sure I saw all the bands that I really wanted to see.
I asked you to come see one band with me.
And
there.
I told you
I asked you to come see one band. That
I told
was
you,
it.
Any other band I was on at that time, I would have been like, sure, I'll go see Bowling for Soup.
No. Listen here. You didn't see me. I was crazy up there. All right. I told you I had an infected toe going into this.
Oh, yeah.
It was hurting the whole. It was 2 days in Atlantic City on the beach, hot, sweaty, disgusting, hurting the whole time. Bowling for Soup. I think about 37 people stepped on my foot during that time. Came out, didn't feel my toe. So I was like, this is either really good or really bad. So
And what did it end up being?
it was neutral. Good. Nothing good, nothing. So it was just kind of like I reached like homeostasis with the pain.
Yeah.
So you ever get that?
Yeah,
So
where you just don't feel it anymore.
it's like, you know what? I can't feel any more pain. So it's
Which
fine.
is, I guess, a good thing.
I guess, but at the same time, it's like I pushed my body a bit too far. So, yeah. I was looking through my photos the other day, and I saw a picture of all of us in the Italian club.
Yeah.
So, and I was just remembering the good old days in the past. So.
How's the Italian club doing these days?
I don't think it
Do they
exists.
have it?
I don't think it exists.
That's a shame.
Last time I checked, it was a shame. Adam and I, Adam, myself, and Luke, another good friend of ours, we were the only guys in our Italian 5 class. And the fact that we were all like good friends really didn't help. We love the teacher. Mr. Listening, huge shout out to you. You were the best. We didn't do anything senior year in your class.
Those were the good days. Remember when she said we were going to have those conversation Fridays?
We had
where
them,
we would like talk in Italian to each other, and we did that like once.
We did
and
that
then after that.
once.
It's just she would just be like, "Okay, guys, it's Friday. I got stuff to do. You got stuff to do. Let's do it."
Well, what happened was every time we'd go in the class, I'd put my books down and I would hijack the class. I was a terrorist in that class.
You'd
Just because
literally just walk
like, all
in
right,
and be like,
story-
"Yep."
story time today. Then we'd go around. So yeah, it was fun.
That was a good class.
That was a good class.
That was-
good people in it too. We
Yeah.
have mostly good people.
Yeah, well, there was
there was one,
one at least,
and it was
yeah.
Kate Drew.
Kate
So
Drew, wow.
Kate Drew. So
Kate
no,
Drew, if you're listening, you know what you did.
she knows what she did. So unbelievable. You know what she's got.
What did she got?
She's got them legs.
She does.
She's
she
got
does have
legs.
them legs.
She's got now, I don't mean to say like she's got them legs. She's got legs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And she ain't got lobsters. So
Not anymore.
this is the weirdest conversation I've had.
She's still hoarding the frogs, though.
She is. No, it wasn't Kate. We're kidding. We all know who it was. So
Yeah.
I don't care. There's no way she's listening.
You're gonna name drop her
There's
right
no
here.
way she's listening right now. So
Yeah, but is this getting recorded?
oh yeah,
Okay,
Good. So yeah, don't worry. I'll send you it afterwards. So
I look forward to that.
this will be a good show. But our Italian class was a family. But we'd always like be sworn to secrecy in the class. Like we'd tell each other stuff. Like Miss tell us stuff that she probably shouldn't have. But it was drama in the school, so we wanted to know. Like, ooh. And then one day, someone came up to her, not in the class, and asked her about this. And she said, "How do you know about that?" So during our class, we actually had to sit down. I, of course, led the thing, and I said, okay, who snitched? Who's the mole in the class? And nobody fessed up. I'm like, it's okay, all right? I'd prefer you guys to tell me so we can move forward. And no one fessed up. And I'm like, and we all realized there was one person in the class who wasn't there that day. And it was who? And from that, like her anyway.
No,
so
she actually wanted to do stuff, like
which I can't
be there. Like, I got stuff to do, so let's just take an off day. And she's like, but wait, can I learn something?
Oh, Kate's actually listening.
Is she actually?
Yeah, she just texted me.
What's she saying?
I didn't even realize. So she said, I'm listening to your show. Thanks for bringing up the Italian class. And she said, see, this is why, we got to give people these shout outs. You never know.
Yeah.
So, Kate, don't worry. I'll send you that link. Don't you worry. So it'll be great. So this is why you do it. I have more listeners than I usually think. So it's pretty good. I'll be able to check afterwards how many I had. So
yeah,
it'll be fun. It'll be fun. What else was some fun times back in the day? Well, this is actually a problem in my life right now. From walking in that disgusting river water and down that really that really rocky pavement, my feet are all calloused now.
Really?
Yeah, and
so they're back. I know you used to have callus problems on your feet.
Yeah. So, but I think it's gonna start peeling.
You ever
soon
think about
anyway.
getting that like egg thing that
Adam?
You would.
You don't remember, do you?
No. Oh wait.
I have one.
You do have that.
You know whose it was?
That was my sister's.
It was your sister.
I forgot you took that.
Oh,
yeah.
I have that.
Have you used it?
No, it's just on my shelf because I'm a more.
Why did you get that again?
I think it was I don't remember. I think it was like a Christmas. I think you gave it to me for Christmas as like a joke.
I think I did.
Yeah,
because my sister didn't want it, so I was like, well, I know
Tommy-
somebody who could use it.
that's great. So, but it's good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. So we got what else we got exciting? Anything else exciting coming up though?
We
in our
got
lives.
Halloween's coming up in a couple of weeks.
What are you being?
I don't like Halloween.
Why?
It's just I like Christmas.
Everybody likes Christmas.
Yeah, but like I'm ready for Christmas music. I'm ready to decorate for Christmas. Like, can we skip the Halloween stuff? I don't really care about that.
You know what? That's a great idea. That's a great idea. So keep talking about stuff. You know, what about Thanksgiving? What's your opinion on that?
Thanksgiving has kind of been overrun by Black Friday. It's going to become Black Thursday before you know it. Am I right?
We were talking about this because
we
always
were
go
talking about this.
me and Jack. Jack and I.
Yeah.
We have our weekly conversations. So
Of course. I don't get those. I don't get the luxury of a weekly conversation.
Well, that's your fault, not mine. So, yeah. So, sorry, I lost my train of thought. So,
Yeah.
when I look up something though, I try to. Usually, my guest kind of continues the conversation
Right.
because I don't want dead air.
I got you.
So you're supposed to keep
So I'm
talking.
supposed to keep talking.
You're a rookie
So
at this. So
This is my first time ever being on the radio.
well, that is very true. I can't expect you to know everything, but
course.
I just hoped you would know.
Next time, I'll be prepared.
You better be.
And there will be a next time, right?
Oh, there'll be a next time. So
yes.
I'll probably have probably over winter break because we can have we can do our shows over winter break, but we don't have
yeah.
to. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably do a Christmas episode,
Right.
with you,
Me.
Luke, and Jack.
That'll be an interesting show for sure.
And what probably will be interesting is I don't know who else will be here that day. So if the next show isn't here,
we could keep going.
We could keep going. If the next show after that isn't here, we keep going. Hypothetically speaking, I think we could be on for air 8 hours.
Right.
But we have to play music at the same time. So
That's fine.
Yeah. No. We can't talk for 8 hours straight. I
Of
mean,
course,
we
nobody
could.
can talk for 8 hours.
Well,
some people.
I don't
could.
know have you seen if we get into a room. I don't think it's talking though necessarily. It's our language will soon evolve. Our language, you and me, will soon evolve into just noises.
That's basically what it is starting to become.
And it's like we'll just be sitting in Jack's basement, and then we'll just go and just do that. Oh, whoa, hold on, we're getting a call. We're getting a call in. This is a first, so I'm gonna put you through. Caller number 1, you're on the air.
Jack Deal.
Jack Deal, you called in.
I'm Jack Deal. Look at me, I'm Jack Deal.
Oh, Jack Deal. That's what. For those of you who don't know, that's a little. That's an inside joke.
That's what he sounds like.
That's what he sounds like. So, and that's the truth. He's like,
Yeah. And he loves making that noise when he rides his bike.
Yeah, he does. You know, he puts his bum way in the air. So he's got a mountain bike, and he just puts his helmet on really tight.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Look at me, I'm Jack Deal," and just speeds down Lake Ave. You know.
Yeah.
So it's good. We got a good friend group, though.
Yeah.
I was realizing this the other day. Is whenever I talk to people, you know, I always bring up my friends, you know, from high school, because that's just always a fun topic of conversation. I always tell people I've known one kid since I've known two kids since kindergarten, and one kid since middle school, for like sophomore year. Or whoa, what? What?
Well,
sixth grade. Pardon.
yeah, 6th grade. There you go.
Jeez Louise. So cheese and crackers. So, and they're like, "Wait, really? You've known them that long?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like, "Oh man, I don't have friends that long." I'm like, "Really?" "Yeah, I only met my friends like junior year of high school." And I realized something is we got something pretty special.
Yeah.
All of us. You know, a lot of people don't have what we have.
A lot of people don't even really talk to their friends from high school anymore either.
Right.
It's like, but you know, when we come home from school,
It's like we never left.
yeah, we hang out all the time. It's like a lot of people, they just go
Except for
home.
Luke. He doesn't come.
Well,
he stays at school now.
Yeah, he doesn't even talk to us that much
He
anymore.
doesn't. He's and we mean this in the nicest way. Like, he's still a really good friend, but he's just not as active in our group chat as it was.
Like yesterday, I was surprised he actually showed up when we called his name because it was been like
I've noticed whenever we call I think
he shows up.
I think what it is, he actually does read the chat. But he doesn't contribute
he doesn't want to contribute unless he has something to add, I guess.
unless he is called out. So
And you realize he's never the one to actually start out by saying something like, you know, you come in there and you say something about like a movie that's coming out or something.
a meatball a day will kill a mouse, but make a cat more fat.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But Luke never initiates the conversation. He just like kind of pops in every now and then. And
He's a follower in our chat.
I guess so, yeah.
I mean, as the
Which
lead.
is ironic because he's probably more of a leader at his school.
Yeah.
I mean, he's an RA.
He's an RA.
He's like the leader
he's
of
pro
the
gamer. So
Yeah, he's got like a gamer club there, isn't he? Like the leader of it.
I think he's the leader. I think he's the head of the esports
Yeah,
association
that.
there or something. I know he runs the league team.
Yeah.
To which he plays.
Apparently they won last year too, I believe, right?
Apparently, so
Yeah.
he got featured in like a magazine or something. You know.
So he could claim himself to be famous too if he wants.
And maybe I'll have to have him on. You know.
Yeah.
So it'll be good. It should be
Get
good.
all the gamers to listen in on your show.
I do have gamers. You know. I'll tell all my Xbox buddies.
Don
you know.
Paul.
Don Paul. I know he tunes in. So yeah. Black Friday. That's what I was talking about.
Yes,
Jack
it
and I
is.
were talking about this, and we were saying we never get the good enough deals anyway. You know, by the time we get there, I hate getting up that early anyway.
Right.
I think what we might want to do is do midnight doorbusters Thursday night.
Well, yeah.
'Cause
I
we're
mean,
not-
Sometimes doorbusters start at like 8:00.
We're not going at 8:00. We're going to enjoy it with our
Exactly.
families and stuff.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I haven't even been here for Thanksgiving the past few years.
oh, that's right. Yeah,
I would go to South Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Not sure what we're doing this year.
Well, if you end up doing this, because we might, we were saying we should just go at midnight instead.
Yeah,
because
that's a good idea.
we're all going to be up anyway. So we'll just
Of course.
and it'll be more ferocious because I want to claw people's eyes out.
We want the doorbusters.
I want to
You want
ru-
that 72-inch TV?
We need that 72-inch flat screen. We want a nice TV.
Who doesn't like a nice TV?
Speaking of which, what do you think of the TV here? You know, what do you think?
This is a nice TV. I'd say it's a nice TV.
It's a nice
Yeah.
TV. You know, there's no audio on it.
It works, yeah.
It works. So
Yeah.
it's good. Good enough for me. You know, really, we only use it for sports and stuff. So
I mean, whatever it's good for, right?
whatever it's good for.
Yeah.
So what else we got rolling today?
What do we got rolling?
What else? Tell me something. Tell me something. Hit me with
I'll
something.
tell you.
Hit me with some. Actually, I got something for you.
Okay.
I call it my meatball moment.
I've been waiting for this.
Now, originally, it wasn't called the meatball moment.
I
so-
like the original better.
Now, for my listeners, I've done this segment a few times where it's just something we love, you know, something you love to do, something you love in general. But the meatball, it doesn't. You're probably thinking, well, that's not water themed. You have up the stream, raging waters, down the rapids. Meatball moment. What is this? Well, you know, it's a spicy meatball.
It is.
But it wasn't originally that. I did have a water pun, but it was a bit risque. It was I don't. it was. I don't know if I could say this, so I'm not going to.
I don't know why you can't, but you do you. This is your show.
It's risque, so I'm not going to do it. So
you do you.
Maybe you know what? Next, I'll ask my bosses about this. Say, hey, can I say this? And if they tell me,
it's not a bad word or anything.
If they tell me, it's I don't know what we can allude to. You know, I gotta fresh up on my policy training.
Of course.
So, meatball moment. Something you love.
Something I love.
Something you love.
Are you going to tell me something?
No.
You love,
tell me.
I got to tell you something I love.
Yeah. What is something?
I love chicken parmesan.
Why?
Because it tastes really good.
Really?
Yes. I like chicken in general, but when you add cheese and sauce to it, especially the mozzarella cheese, it just becomes so much better.
Fair. That was a good.
Right?
That was a good answer.
Yeah.
That was a good answer. My meatball moment of the day is cleaning. You know, and we cleaned our apartment yesterday, and I mean we scrubbed it. We vacuumed twice, Swiffered twice, mopped once. We went vacuum and Swiffer at the same time, you know, because what would happen is I'd vacuum. Jake, one of my roommates, Jake, he'd be Swiffering in front of it and push all the dust into the vacuum. Then we mopped everything. Then we let it dry. Then we noticed it's not perfectly clean, so we did it again. It's pristine right now.
So you're saying you love cleaning?
I would love it, but it's funny because we were playing a couple songs. We were blasting music during it. It's like
of course.
3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, we are not violating any noise policies at this moment. So, but there's a group chat for the apartment complex we live in, and someone texted in the chat saying, "Hey, to the people who are blasting music right now, can you please turn it down? I'm really sick. Like legit, I can hear One More Time coming through the vents." And it's funny because One More Time is such an oddball song out of the playlist there. We don't know why it's on there. I think it's just for meatballs and giggles. So you could honestly, it's very fun. I don't know if you've been noticing this. You know, I have a bit of a potty mouth. You know, it's just
I think I've noticed a little bit.
You know, but on radio you can't do that.
Obviously,
so
yeah.
I think it's funny that I fill these things in like meatballs and giggles, where that is not at all.
That's not even a real saying.
That's not even
now it is.
Should be. Oh,
Yeah.
I think I might start that.
You could start it. You know?
Bingo bongo. Basically, this person is sick in bed, and we're all dancing in our apartment to the One More Time. So
yeah,
very funny.
I think that Did you didn't turn it down though, right?
We didn't see the text until 6 hours later.
Yeah, that's fair. So. I guess your RA or whoever is taking care of it didn't really.
He didn't. He doesn't do anything, so it's like, all right, well.
Calling out the RA like that.
And he's an apartment assistant.
Assistant. Excuse me.
They don't do as much. So
yeah.
If he's listening, wow. Okay, thank you for tuning in. First of all, secondly, we didn't do it. It wasn't our fault. So
fair enough.
Last week though, this was funny though. Is we were in our apartment and I'm studying in my room. And I start hearing beep, beep, beep. Someone's fire alarm is going off. And it's above us. So I'm like, all right. But it's going on for like 20 minutes. And eventually we hear a knock at our door. And we're like, all right, well, what's this? Jake goes to answer the door. And it was it was the person whose room with fire alarm was going off said, hey, we accidentally started a fire in our room. We put it out, but it could reignite any minute, so you might want to leave the building. I don't know. It's up to you.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, well, is the building's fire alarm going off? And he's like, well, no. And it's like, then we're not leaving.
Then you're good.
And we're good. A few minutes later, beep, 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 beep. Everyone leaves the building.
Of course. What
happened was they started an oil fire, right? Accidentally, I assume.
Right.
And they thought, instead of pulling the alarm and getting everyone out of the building, they thought, let me just go tell everybody, and then maybe they'll get out of the building. And it's like, all right, well.
Yeah, that's not how it works.
No, just pull the fire alarm. The apartment assistant didn't even do it. The EMT guy who showed up, he pulled it.
Yeah.
Just to get everyone out of the building. Because God forbid, it actually spreads,
Right,
and I'm in the basement, my window doesn't open. So I'm like,
yeah.
That's it for me,
Right.
like, sure, so that's fun. I gotta call someone about that because it's not great.
The place I live at school has a fire alarm issue. It's probably gone off at least a dozen times this semester, and it's just very annoying. Last week it went off at like 7 a.m. So I'm trying to sleep, and we all have to evacuate, and it's just nobody knows why. I think there's a problem with the system. Like there's not even actual fire.
Yeah.
That it's faulty.
Either that or people are having good times in your room.
Yeah.
So.
Because there was one morning. It was on a Saturday at like 6 a.m. It goes off. Like who's cooking at 6 a.m. on a Saturday?
I don't know. I mean,
I don't think
people like eggs.
I guess
People like waffles. So
Yeah.
maybe people like eggs and waffles.
I like
so.
waffles.
Do you
Don't like eggs?
Not an egg guy
No.
myself either. So
No, eggs are not my favorite.
I've tried like all the kinds.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Eggs are kind of scary.
How so?
Like just look at them. It's like just like it was going to be a chicken, and now it's just like this little.
Now you see, this is the type of content I wanted you to do this show. This is what I gotta have you on next time.
Yeah.
We just gotta have like a real just meatball session.
Just
so
weird opinions that
just
we have.
weird opinions.
Yeah.
What's weird?
You know what else scares me?
What else scares you?
Sausage.
Really?
I don't even know if sausage tastes bad. I just don't eat it because it's just I don't even know what part of the meat it is.
It's
like
pig.
I know,
It's
but
like intestines.
that's just weird.
No, it's not
I'm
intestines.
not gonna
What am I
I'm not
talking
gonna
about?
touch sausage. I'm
So,
not eating
It's
that.
good though. Sausage is good.
I mean, it tastes pretty similar to meatballs, right?
yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I like
It's
meatballs.
just meatballs
but-
in a
Yeah.
tube.
It's just
It's a tube ball.
I think it could
It's
be
a
the
meat
it could be
tube.
the shape that throws me off.
It's like just a little just yeah. So yeah, just me slapping my face. So.
Yeah, there you go.
What else? Yeah. What else we got? Well, come on, hit me something else.
Okay,
What are some other weird opinions you got?
What are weird opinions? Well, Christopher Columbus.
Oh boy!
Columbus Day
Oh
last
boy!
night.
Adam,
Columbus Day.
hold on now a second. Let me preface it. My mother is listening. All right.
Okay.
My mom's a big fan of Christopher Columbo.
I'd like to ask your mom directly why she likes Christopher Columbus so much.
Because
now.
he's Italian.
Is he even Italian? I looked it up. There were reports that he might not even have been Italian.
Oh boy.
He might have been like Spanish.
Oh boy.
So I don't know why the Italians love him so much. I mean, what did he do? He didn't discover America.
Well, he
That's just what they want you
He
to believe.
discovered the new world.
Yeah, but there's so much you could talk about with Christopher Columbus. Like you learn that this guy was like some really cool explorer. But
He's a bad bloke.
he's a bad guy. He
Which
killed a lot of people.
I found that really funny. It was like junior year of high school, and oh my gosh, what was her name? Miss. Oh, Switzer. Miss
Switzer,
Switzer.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
jeez, I couldn't. And oh boy, my phone's blowing up now. Oh no, I don't want to
Oh,
look at
boy.
it right now.
Is it your mom?
Probably. I'm not gonna look at it. But and we were talking about this, and I'm like, wait, really? I'm like, yeah, he did all these things, and I was like, no.
It's like they try to hide this from us, but
Which
why?
I thought that was interesting. So
Yeah.
and a big thing is people call it Indigenous Peoples Day now.
Right.
To which I
As they
say,
should.
I don't care what you call it. Just give me the day off. We don't get the day off at Rutgers.
I don't get the day off either.
So it's just give me the day off.
Yeah.
I don't care what you call it. I don't.
That's exactly what my dad said. He's like, I get the day off, so it's fine with me.
whatever you want to call it. So whatever you want to call it. I will look at my phone at the end of the show. I'm just so.
Yeah.
What's an opinion I have? So I can't talk about that. Can't talk about that. So I think you and I both know what I'm talking about here. So our group, we also archive our group chat.
Yes,
So,
we do.
which I thought was interesting to say the least, because if that ever gets out,
Well,
that'll be an interesting.
yeah, I think we're all going down. from
we're all
that,
going down, but I think we all have enough trust with each other.
that it's not getting
That
out,
it's-
'cause
that
why would anybody want to get that out?
I look back on that and I'm like, this is hilarious. So like I've gone back and just read exchanges of dialogue we have, and it is so funny.
Yeah.
Just as I look back, the really old ones, those are the best because we are different people than we were in high school.
we are.
There were
some wild conversations. That
I'm a
went on
strong
there.
believer that like you really shouldn't be judged based on like your past act, like on voice alone. Like if you voice something, it should not count as something towards just towards. I'm losing my train of thought. So, but
I get what you're
you know what I'm
saying.
saying? Like,
Yeah, basically you're saying that you shouldn't be judged on what you said.
it's what you
alone.
do. It's what you do.
what you
that
do that
matters.
matters.
So, and
Yeah.
and what we're doing right now. What are we doing? We're ending the show.
Okay.
Adam Fallone.
Well, thank you so much for having me on the show.
Thank
I
you
look
so
forward
mu-
to coming back.
Thank you so much. Where can the people find you though?
Where can they find me? Well, I have Twitter. I only have like 50-something followers. I have an Instagram.
Well, tell us what it is. though.
I think it's Adam_Fallone, and that's it. Simply.
Perfect. Is
Yeah.
that for most things,
Yeah, I think.
What about you? What
my
about the-
Instagram is Adam Fallone 18.
What about this famous
now,
TikTok?
my TikTok. I actually am not entirely sure.
I believe it's Adam Fallone 18.
Is it Adam Fallone 18? I could check real fast for you.
Give me a quick check. But regardless, though, remember you could tune in.
Yeah, it is Adam Fallone 18. That is my TikTok.
There you go.
Give me a follow. I'm up to 4,467 followers.
Ooh, Adam. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. Remember, you can tune into What Are You Doing every Monday from 10 to 11. Big show next week. I got the RFL Club, the Rocket Association, coming. So, make sure you tune for that. And, of course, you love Christmas. So, there's only one song we could play during this time. So, ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy.